Thank you so much for taking valuable time to learn about Living Wisdom's vision for the future. It doesn't take a scientist to recognize we need a massive transformation, and Living Wisdom is primed to be part of the movement. These images are AI generated, and the names have been changed for confidentiality, but these avatars represent real people in our community. Shan is a 29-year-old nurse who is homeless because of severe childhood trauma that has led to bouts of dissociation. She longs to be employed and care for others, but needs support healing her own emotional wounds first. We are working with her privately, one-on-one, and offering ceremony attendance on scholarship. Yusuf is a military vet in his mid-30s who suffers from PTSD. He has attended 2 group Wachuma ceremonies on scholarship and reports significant shifts in releasing the trauma that has helped him to finally enjoy meditation and being alone with his thoughts and feelings. Martha is an elder who has endured multiple extreme sexual and physical traumas as a child and young woman. She's had multiple near-death experiences. She's a therapist who comes to us to help her to heal her deep wounding that impacts her nervous system and her physical body. She's finding deep relief she hadn't yet been able to experience, even with a therapist of her own, and after other extensive healing modalities. And they're not alone. We've seen a significant rise, both nationally and locally, in depression, anxiety, PTSD, and addiction. Social anxiety and isolation are now considered a pandemic and only getting worse with the increase of reliance on screens to meet more and more of our needs. Many of our community members report severe social anxiety and even some agoraphobia. Many report, even after the pandemic, that they only feel capable of attending our safe and sacred ceremonies, and many still need ongoing support to work through severe anxiety that keeps them from social connections and relationships that they are starving for. Welcome to Living Wisdom, our mission to create safe and sacred spaces for our diverse community to learn, heal, and grow together. Our core principles are building a thriving, diverse community that celebrates differences and cultivates connections, offering as much as we can to make healing medicines and services accessible regardless of someone's ability to pay, treating all life as sacred, our fellow humans, the earth, and being in a good relationship with all life, inspired by Indigenous wisdom. And we strive to create a community of empowered individuals that fosters freedom, autonomy, authentic self-expression, and mutual respect. Entheogen. It's a neologism coined to counter the negative propaganda campaign against psychedelics. Entheogen means generating God within. There is a tidal wave of new research flooding in, demonstrating the profound efficacy of ancient medicines like cannabis, ayahuasca, wachuma, and others in healing depression, anxiety, PTSD, addictions, and so much more. The scientific mind is finally starting to catch up to what our indigenous ancestors have known for centuries. These plants heal the mental and emotional imbalances that have led to so much pain and suffering around the world. This is what we're doing to help. Free monthly online education focused on preparation and integration for working with entheogens in a safe and sacred way. A free monthly potluck to provide a peek into our lives and our ceremony space, to make an introduction and opportunity to connect that are not only focused on entheogens or even ceremony. Buy donation cacao and sound healing ceremonies each month to give members an opportunity to do deep healing without entheogens, and to provide a gentle entry into ceremonial healing for those who are curious but new to this way of healing in community. We offer monthly medicine ceremonies with Wachuma, also known as San Pedro, which is heart opening and relatively very gentle, and Acacia and Syrian Rue, which is a DMT-based medicine similar to ayahuasca that provides spiritual healing, expansion of consciousness, and enhances non-dual awareness. We also provide private retreats and offer different medicines and experiences based on the needs of the individuals that we serve. We have a steadily growing community that comes from people finding us online and word-of-mouth referrals. Every week, we receive new applications to attend our medicine ceremonies. We have been on this path for quite some time, starting the nonprofit application in late 2016, receiving nonprofit status in early 2018, and even before then, we've been providing transformational healing ceremonies. We've served over 1,000 people, provided over 100 scholarships, and have provided over 200 medicine ceremonies so far. We serve out of our humble home church and are all in on doing everything we can to be of service to our community. Every ceremony, we receive deep, heartfelt reflections of gratitude for the healing that is happening with these medicines. Even our cacao and sound healing ceremonies are giving folks a much needed space to release old wounds, feel a sense of belonging, and receive an answer to prayers they didn't think was possible. Belonging is one of the biggest, most basic human needs, and not belonging is one of the most pervasive and damaging human wounds. Attending church used to fill that need, but many people are seeking an alternative to dogmatic organizations that don't align with their values. Our world is starving for in person community experiences that nurture the soul, cultivate healthy, supportive relationships, and create a sense of belonging to something important that also honors the individual's unique values and perspectives. Community is an essential part of healing social isolation and social anxiety, and the other ills that are plaguing the United States and the rest of the world. There are no current statistics on the growing number of people who are seeking communities where they can do deep healing work with entheogens, but the explosive psychedelic medicine industry offers some clues and is expected to pass 13 billion with a B, $13 billion by 2029. We do know that more and more people are leaving churches, seeking healing with entheogens, suffering from social isolation, and navigating a literal epidemic of mental illness that can be holistically healed in safe and sacred, community-focused plant medicine ceremonies. Our vision is to acquire property that can accommodate more people and multiple day retreats where we can grow food and medicines, provide a brick and mortar community space where individuals, couples, and families can come to learn, heal, and grow together. Healthy community and connection with nature are two of the most important factors in healing the imbalances in our world. With land that we can steward in a sacred way, we can teach by example and inspire our human relations to shift towards sustainable, healthy ways of being that are essential for the survival of the human race. Meet Amanda Eloesh and Matthew Gamble, two pillars of the Living Wisdom community. They've both dedicated their lives to being of service to the healing and spiritual elevation of humankind. They have over 40 years combined experience in building and serving community with transformational wisdom and leadership. Amanda, the founding president, has over 20 years of experience working consciously with entheogens for deep emotional, mental, and spiritual healing, and has worked with world-class teachers in psychology, consciousness, and indigenous wisdom and medicine traditions. We have a gifted and supportive board of advisors who believe in our mission and have continued to help us to serve the community in a good way. We want to stay local and transform the monoculture of Napa Valley into a more diverse mecca of holistic healing. We estimate it will take $6 million to acquire the land and facilities needed to make our vision a reality. Our overarching vision is to provide high-end retreats privately with wealthier tourists and locals that will subsidize our free and by donation offerings for the greater community. We are the only organization in the region offering this unique healing with entheogens. Our bigger vision is to create a model of transformational healing with entheogens, nature, and simple, sustainable practices like meditation, breathwork, digital detox, healthy diet, and community connections that ripples out to create a healing revolution. Currently, our humble home church can't accommodate more than 10 people per ceremony or multiple day retreats. We also can't provide high-end retreats that can subsidize our community offerings that are more accessible. We are limited in what we can provide and have no room to grow along with the growing demand for entheogenic healing. We are seeking property, ideally in Calistoga or this general area in Northern California, but are open to other possibilities. Right now, we have no local competitors and believe this is a prime place to develop a holistic healing retreat center that includes healing with entheogens. We would like to be able to host at least 10 to 15 people for multiple day retreats with accommodations to support digital detox and dietary detox, in addition to mind, body, spirit, healing, and wellness practices, both with and without entheogens. We've run the numbers, and with conservative estimates for income and exaggerated estimates for our expenses, we're very optimistic that we could be in the black within a year or two. As you can see, these projections for private work are very conservative and attainable. And with the ongoing donations from our community and generous advertising budget we've included in our business plan, along with the phenomenal results we continue to get, we know we can surpass these estimates by attracting plenty of soul-aligned clients and ongoing members. So, what do you want to leave behind for the generations to come? How do you put a dollar value on pulling someone out of depression or PTSD? What is it worth to bring someone out of the darkness of isolation or suicidal ideation? We are all in on this vision. Our time, our resources, all of us, heart and soul, is dedicated to seeing this vision actualized because this world is begging for change. And we are primed to usher in the new world we've been praying for. We are the ones we've been waiting for, only we're done waiting. The time is now. Whether you have the means to provide a significant financial contribution as an angel donor or investor, or you simply feel ignited and inspired by this vision, we invite you to join us, to go far together. You can make a tax-deductible donation, knowing that there are many rewards and benefits beyond the tax-deductible benefits, both spiritually and tangibly, that will come with your generous donation, such as enhancing your organization's public image and receiving positive media coverage provided by Living Wisdom, which will strengthen your brand recognition and reputation. Studies show employees have higher morale, are more loyal, and produce better quality when they work for companies that support causes they believe in, which also strengthens teams and builds harmony among employees. Donations can directly impact the local community, improving the quality of life and creating a more prosperous environment which the organization operates. The supporting nonprofit can build strong relationships with community leaders and stakeholders, which can be beneficial for future collaborations or business endeavors. Partnering with Living Wisdom will provide opportunities to connect with donors and businesses, creating networking opportunities that can lead to new partnerships or business prospects. Consumers are more likely to support businesses that align with their values, leading to increased customer loyalty and repeat business. Organizations that invest in the well-being of their communities often see long-term financial benefits, as a healthy, thriving community can lead to a more robust local economy. Younger generations, especially millennials and Gen Zs, often prioritize working for socially responsible companies. Charitable giving can make the organization more attractive to top talent. Employees who feel their company is making a positive impact are more likely to stay, reducing turnover and associated costs. Business leaders often find personal fulfillment in the knowing that their organization is contributing to the greater good, which can enhance their commitment to the organization. In addition to being an angel donor or investor, you can introduce us to angel donors or investors who want to make a big impact in the transformation of humanity. You can help us to grow our clientele by making referrals, or you can schedule some time to meet with us and explore different ways you can be a part of this vision. Your donations help us continue to provide services to those who have gifts to share, but are limited because of debilitating trauma, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and addiction. The most traumatized folks usually have a difficult time being optimally employed and don't have the financial means to get help for their trauma without scholarships. When you offer a donation, even starting at just $108 a month, you'll receive our best resources and access to our medicine ceremonies, and will make a significant impact on our ability to serve. For larger donations, we will provide you with personalized spiritual mentorship, as well as invitations to exclusive donor retreats and gatherings so that you can connect with other like-minded, like-hearted pioneers and changemakers. Just look what's possible with your generous donations. Look at how many people can be helped with your generosity. Let's explore the many benefits you'll get access to with your significant donation. So, are you ready to go far together? Let's talk. Schedule some time to connect with us today. Thank you for taking time to explore our vision. And as always, bless your life.